Ways of installing LED conversion, one of the ways, right, is to take this fender liner off. See? Bunch of screws here, few like in this area, whatever. And what happens is the headlight opens up and then you have this cover right here. Understand how to pull this fender liner off. You have to take the wheel off and previously jack the car up, and you know, one step at a time. You pull it off, pull the cap off, and you unscrew this counterclockwise and you pull this out. Version, not LED conversion, but bulb conversion or bulb adapter conversion, something like that. Make sure that it's the one that looks like original one. Yeah, it does look like that. See, connectors on this side. All right, great. Now you have to put it in. Okay, so now you have two wires here. LED kit. A little correction though. This thing right here, the one that you put inside the headlight, you have to first put the LED base into, so it goes like approximately, all right, it goes like this in first. With some manipulation and, you know, everything went on. Looks a little crooked, but inside it should work fine. Just make sure that it's centered here. Okay, that's in. Now I have to connect these. One, it's not that great, but it's just in case. So you do the second one the same way. All right, just put the terminal on and put a little bit, at least, electrical tape. All right, everything is there, whatever. You want to test it first. And first result, it's not working. Ha ha ha. I didn't make this adapter, right? Let's switch polarity. You see? Now black is positive for this adapter. Here's the light. Hold this in there. All these wires. Okay. The cover is rubber. You can either replace it if it doesn't fit very well, which is, I think, my case. Oh no, I just have to push it in. But let's not forget ventilation here, so I need to make a little hole, even though it's a rubber. The best way to drill rubber, put it on a piece of wood. To put this fender liner back on. By the way, this cover right here is for, I think, a turn signal. Right here is a cap, and I think it's called parking light or corner light, something like that. Cover back on. Summary on this cover. So you have bolts right here, two here, two here, one here, one here, and one here, and like a whole bunch of them underneath here. Just do one side. Don't need to take the whole dustpan or engine cover off. Now the wheel goes back on. Another way is through the hood. I hope nobody needs me to show you how to open the hood. The cap is usually here. I never had it. Counterclockwise. Pull this out. You do have to play with this a little bit, and you have to center it like this and put it in. It goes about like this. See those two things? They go on the left side if you were to look in the back of a headlamp. This way you kind of like blind, start connecting it first. I assume it's like the other side. A positive is a negative, and negative is positive. Here's the situation. For some of you, this only took a minute, but for me, it took about 2 weeks. This headlight right here, I'm gonna show you how to do it using different supplies. All right, remember how we did this adapter and this LED kit, right? So here's the situation that this car had. When the lights are on, the light pattern goes a little bit to the sides. The reason why is, if you can see, here's the adapter, right? It's set up right. It sits right in it. However, if you look on this side, you see how this is where connection is to the car, and it's not exactly straight. If you can see, like this. All right, crooked. So when you're putting it into the headlight and twisting it, it goes a little bit to the side, like this, a little bit to the side, unfortunately. So here's the solution. Instead of using this kit, I'm going to use this kit. Here's the difference. This has a built-in driver, easier to install in regular car. This one has extended built driver, which makes this construction here is much smaller. See the difference? So it will be a lot easier, but it's gonna work right this time. So let's start. Let's take this apart. Simply unscrew it. Okay, this goes back. Thank you very much for your help. Unscrew the base. This has a glass. If it's in the way, you can take it off. You don't have to use it. Kind of like the material that it's made out of, as if it was metal or something. Yeah, some kind of a metal. I think it's like this. Okay. So the old bulb comes out. The new one goes in. It makes it easier to memorize the way it was going in. Okay, so like this. So it goes this way. A little difficult to grab it. So I needed to go from the bottom in order to tighten it up. T25. Torx. Since the liner is cracked after this bolt, I don't have to worry about it. The other two. Okay, I hope you can see it from here, right here. This is where the conversion is. So sometimes you might have to take like a screwdriver or a little pick or something and try to help it go in place a little bit better. Sometimes it doesn't require that. Let me show you the tool that I used. This is the tool that I used. Got it easier for me. A little curvy like that, and it went in. Okay, sometimes you might have to gently pry out these terminals right here. Probably like a pick would be a better thing. You kind of like pulling it out, but bending it out. See, this is loose, this side right here. So right here, so that it will be better contact inside the headlight. So after all, here's the result. The headlights are, well, that one is a little dirtier than this one. That's why you see such a different effect to it. So let's turn headlights, regular lights off and see how it is on the road. I mean, in our situation in the garage. You see, it lights up pretty good. It's not too high, not too low, just where it's supposed to be. Alright, thank you for watching. Leave all your comments below and any questions you may have.